Shalom, my beloved brothers and sisters. May Yahweh always be with you in all that you set your hand to do in keeping all of his commandments. I would like to open this up with a prayer. Yahweh Hatzah wa Maganaya. Yahweh is our strength, and Yahweh is our shield. Tawabaya Hawahala Ma'afwana. Baya Wama Tisraha Wayada Kasaya Bawa. Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Yahweh Ahaba Tistayakwa. Yahweh loveth the righteous, and Yahweh's name be ever praised and exalted. I would like to open this up by in Exodus chapter 19. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep all my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. He's introducing himself and he said, all the earth is mine. It goes on to Deuteronomy chapter 10, starting at 14. Behold, the heavens and the heavens of heavens is Yahweh your God. The earth also with all that therein is. Only Yahweh has delighted in your fathers to love them and to choose their seed after them, even you above all the people as it is this day. So this is talking about the one. Yahweh said, and he told you, he said, Israel, he said, I've only known you, the one. He said, I didn't get familiar with nobody else but you. Yahweh is telling you and giving you your importance so that you will not sway away from his purpose of giving you something that he's never given anybody else. He's only given you. And it's stated in the prophecy writings of his purpose and his love and his dedication to you. And therefore, we have to realize that when Yahweh told Israel, he said, Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, our God, is one. So he's saying, you're one. He owns everything. He said, look, I own everything. Everything is mine. And I've only known you. And I don't know nobody else but you. And therefore, by we being the one, it should opens up our mind to understand that Yahweh is saying something to us, that he wants to get our attention so that we will know our position in his creation, that you are one. You're one with Yahweh, your God, to serve him as he has prescribed in the written works of Torah, prophecy, and writings. He wants you to realize how important you are. And therefore, when we understand the one that we possess and having a relationship with Yahweh God, as he told the prophet, he said, I want you to comfort these people. I want you to comfort them and tell them that their warfare has been accomplished. No matter where they're at on this earth, I will gather them. Now, he says, as is written, it says, all things are one. One is the total principle of all things. The tribes of Israel is one with the spirit of Yahweh God. Because he said, Shema, Yisrael. He said, I'm one with you. The discipline of Torah is that one principle. So when you're studying Torah, you're studying that one principle that what relates only to you. And Yahweh is all through the Torah, definitely saying this to you to keep your attention on him so that you can arrive at the ultimate understanding that is nobody on his mind other than you. And he's telling you, Israel, remember, there's no God like me, and there's no people like you. And therefore, in understanding this, it is to keep our mind where it says Yahweh is the one principle, and the 12 tribes of Israel represent that principle that is written in Torah in the physical world. You represent that because Yahweh God only dealt with you. He didn't deal with everybody else. And he prescribed it. He said, I've only dealt with you. I've never dealt with anybody else other than you. And we should hold that dear to us to understand what is being told to us in the pages of this book that is called the Torah Writings and Prophecy. It says, the words of Yahweh is indestructible. So these words that he said, I will not alter the things that have come out of my lips. He says, that which I've said to you, I will hold fast to it. So his words, he said, the word of Yahweh is the tribes of Israel's shelter from the wicked. See, so when we keep the commandments of Yahweh God, then the wicked can't come and bother us. You know, they can't come because Yahweh word stands there for us that no one can come and bother us if we do that which is written in Torah. And Yahweh told you these principles that he has set before you, he was never going to hide them, but they will be right before you to represent you in any of the circumstances that would arise. And he told Israel, he says, the function of the universe is, is only one. Though there be other components, they all work by one. And that one makes everything work. And that's why Yahweh told to Israel, you're one with me, because Yahweh makes everything work. And therefore, he was encouraging you, Israel, to come and to take your place of rulership. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am Yahweh. He said, we live in it. That's Leviticus 18, verse 5. In Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 29, happy are you, Israel, or who's like unto you, people saved in Yahweh. See, there's nobody like us. And that's why in Proverbs 18, verse 10, he says, the name of Yahweh is a strong tower. And the righteous runneth what? Not on, but into the name and is safe. So we call the name. Our help is in the name of Yahweh who made heaven and earth. He told him 124 verse 8. He told him, I'll help. And Yahweh says in Deuteronomy verse 8, verse 10, he says, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh does man live by. So it's by the word of Yahweh and by his word that we live, that we lift ourselves up in the harmony of keeping Yahweh's way and to exalt our God because there's none like him. And he has called us into, like he says, build me a sanctuary that I may dwell among you. Now, think about that. He didn't say he would go away and you couldn't find him. And he told the people, he said, look, for acts now of the days that are past, which were before you, since the days that Elohim created man upon the earth, and asked from the one side of heaven unto the other, whether there be any such thing as this great thing is, or has been heard like it. Did ever people hear the voice of Elohim speaking out of the midst of the fire, as thou hast heard and lived? You was the only people. There was no other people that can, he said, for acts now of the days that are past, which were before you, since the day that Elohim created man upon the earth. And that's Deuteronomy chapter 4, starting at verse 32. He said, I didn't deal with no other body but you. You're that one, Israel. You're that total one that Yahweh has had a covenant with. He didn't make no covenant with nobody else. When you read, you're that principle of how it all works. It works by you. And therefore, when you understand that it works by you, now you take another position. It has always worked by you, my brothers and sisters, and is still going to work by you. And those of us that are keeping the commandments and holding on to the things that pertain to Yahweh God, we have not failed. We have what? We have risen to the true height that Yahweh has for us, and that is keeping his commandments. And it is always started by one. If we go into um if we go into the book and we begin to look to prove that it has always been one, then we learn a great and wonderful lesson. Let's go into Genesis 12. And when we start reading it, it says, Genesis 12, I'm going to start at 3. And I will bless them that bless you, and curse him that curse you. And in you shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Who was he talking to? And now Yahweh said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show you, and I will make of thee a what? A great nation, not a great religion. And I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless you, and curse them that curse you. And in you shall all the families of the earth be blessed. My brothers and sisters, that is such a wonderful thing to read, because this one man is the blessing of the whole entire planet. That is so remarkable when you take and you look at it and you say Yahweh God is truly a great God because it's by you, my beloved brothers and sisters, that the earth is here. Yahweh told you. He said, Israel, when we go back and we begin to read other books, and as it says in the Apocrypha, it goes on to make reference to that oneness. It says, and I said, is it so, Yahweh? Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sake I made the world. See, he said, I made this world for their sake. And we know there were two brothers. And that's in the Apocrypha, and that's in first, second Ezra, chapter 7, chapter 7, starting at verse 10 to verse 11. And we go on to in the Apocrypha where it talks about second Ezra and we're at chapter 6 and we're reading verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, meaning the end of the people. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So Esau has brought wickedness into the world. He said, earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And he's destructive. And therefore, in his destructiveness, he has made it so much that the circumstances has gotten out of hand. And we must look, which we have, if it were not for the Torah, we will all perish. When the 12 tribes of Israel live in the words of Torah, they live in perfection because, as it says in Psalm 19, verse 7, the Torah of Yahweh is perfect, converting the soul, which is the body. Yahweh told the 12 tribes of Israel everything to be perfect. Obey my words, said Yahweh. Yahweh told them. He said, obey my words. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice, indeed, and keep all my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people of the earth, for all the earth is mine. He told him, he said, I just need you to keep the commandments. Because he told him, he said, look, in Isaiah 45, verse 23, that unto me every knee shall bow and every tongue shall swear. So Yahweh said every knee is going to bow. But he also says in Isaiah 60, verse 14, the sons also of them that afflict you shall come bending unto you, and all they that despise you shall bow themselves down at the sole of your feet. Yahweh said they're going to bow at the sole of your feet. And as it says in Jeremiah 16, verse 19, and the nation Gentiles shall come from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanities, and things wherein there is no profit. And therefore, in Isaiah 14, verse 21, it said, prepare slaughter for his children. What? For the iniquity of his fathers. The children will be slaughtered because their fathers have passed their wicked acts, and the children has taken hold of it and held fast, and they have not let it go. The Torah is impenetrable with the Torah is impenetrable with the discipline. See, the Torah, if you want to penetrate the Torah, you have to have a discipline. And that discipline said the order of Torah is the order of the universe. As the human body is structured in order, it complements the same order of the universe. Our body complements that one order. What connects and complies to this order is the 12 tribes of Israel, one tribe, but it must be 12. What connects and complies, complements this order is the 12 tribes of Israel. Not one tribe, but it has to be 12. It's not one tribe complements the order of the universe. There has to be 12. You can't penetrate the Torah without the discipline because Torah is order. And when you acquire that order of obedience, then the circumstances begins to unfold to you. Now we know that our brother Judah mourneth and the gates thereof languish. We know that as is written in Jeremiah 14, verse 2. In Deuteronomy 33, verse 7, and Moses blessed Judah. Hear the voice of Judah and bring him on to his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him, and be ye an help to him from his enemies. Judah came into the neck of her enemy. They all came here because, as it says, what people are not against the American black? What people was not taught to dislike them? Man, they have disliked these people that have never done anything to them. But as it says in Hosea 1:7, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah and will save them by Yahweh their God, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Because he said, comfort ye, my people. Tell them their warfare has been accomplished. We are the tribe of Judah. You and me, in the land that they brought us. And their whole agenda is what? To destroy us. So we have to understand who we are. Judah is my lawgiver. Psalm 60, verse 7. We have to know that no matter what they planning, as it's in Zechariah 2, verse 12, and Yahweh shall inherit Judah, his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. And it's true. He said, I return and dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. So in that's written in Joel 3, verse 20. So you got to know, with all these adversaries against us, my brothers and sisters, we're not going to lose. We're that one principle, and I want you to hold on and keep the commandments of Yahweh God. And when you say Shema Yisrael, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Akkad, that you are one with the principle of all. So I just want to explain to you that though it looks bad, bad for who? It's not bad for you because Yahweh is your savior. So when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, neither shall the flame be kindled upon you. Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh God. And I will bring the blind by a way that they know not. I will lead them in the path that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them. My brothers and sisters, glory to Yahweh God that made a covenant. I shall make a new covenant with the house of Israel, not after the old covenant, for I shall put and write the Torah in their hearts. And we shall build cities in the sky and beneath the sea. We shall take trips to distant galaxies and have picnics in the sun. Oh, blessed be the name of Yahweh, and lift up his name in righteousness and obedience to his word. Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the crust of the earth, and with them the blind and them the lame, the women with child and her that travail with child. A great company shall return. So go and live your life. But read this book and know that Yahweh God has not deserted you, not one bit, but he holds you dear. And those of us that will keep the commandments of Yahweh God, bless his holy, righteous, and glorious name. Hallelujah. Yahweh ha, Allah ha, Yama. Amen.